Yeah, and as promised, we're going to bring our guest. It's actually a returning guest, and we don't normally do this. Cindy McGill was on the show just a couple of nights ago, but we had a little bit of a technical issue, and a lot of people were on hold waiting to have dreams interpreted, and we just couldn't get to everybody, and we lost a bunch of people during the technical problems, so we're going to bring her back in. And the phone number, again, is 844-687-7669. Cindy, thank you so much for agreeing to come back on the show so quickly.
Oh, yeah. It's great. I'm glad I was able to do it. I'm glad we had this opportunity.
Yeah, we lost you so randomly last time. Just in the middle of the conversation, all the systems went down, and we're really sorry about that.
Yeah, when you rely on technology, you die by technology, and that's what we had. But your book is called What Dreams Are Telling You. And before we go to the phone calls, tell us a little bit about your background remind our audience your background and how you came to the point where you were able to interpret dreams.
Yeah, I actually have kind of been a dreamer my whole life. And I think I just was fascinated by the fact that we were receiving messages while we sleep at night. And so I began to not only wonder what my own dreams meant, but then we started to go out on the streets and different venues, Burning Man, film festivals, porn conventions, and begin to
that's
ask
right. That's right.
Right. I know I'm that person. But I really felt like, honestly, the reason why I wrote the book, What Your Dreams Are Telling You, Unlocking Solutions While You Sleep, is because I felt to breathe some hope and life into people. It just seemed like everywhere I turned, people were just wandering kind of aimlessly, not really knowing what they're meant to do, what their purpose is, what is their gifting, why are they here, And so by having an opportunity to not only discover what my own dreams were telling me, I started to, begin to invest in other people. And just by unlocking a little simple truth or something that just resonates on the inside of the dreamer, it breathes some hope. It brings them alive. You can see it in their face, actually. And we've had developed teams. We've actually gone out and honestly, we were practicing for a number of years. We would tell people, we're just practicing. We're just learning how to do this, and tell us what your dream is. And so as we discovered some little techniques that begin to make sense, kind of like putting a puzzle together, where all the pieces start to come together when they're telling us about their dream. It either told me a story about the person, or it told me a story about their direction, or possibly it was a warning dream, or maybe it was a spiritual dream. So that's kind of where this all started and why we're here.
When it comes down to dreams, though, are there certain things, certain symbolisms that automatically mean certain things? Like I've got this random friend who has a lot of dreams about volcanoes.
Okay, I think we're going to go phone lines now
and stuff. So what would that mean? What would that mean? It's random friend. He has these dreams about volcanoes erupting.
Oh, volcanoes, yeah. Usually it has to do with something in their life, that is exploding or is taking off, or good or bad. It just depends on the context of the dream. So that's why all the little elements are important. And in the book, I actually have some instruction on how to not over-interpret your dream, so that you can actually get the purest form of the message. Every little part that is told to me has another piece of the puzzle. So, it's volcanoes erupting, tidal waves, tornadoes, that kind of thing. It has something to do with a shift or a change in a person's life, usually at the time they're having the dream.
Okay, because we had another dream interpreter on about 6-7 months ago that said it was more of a sexual thing. So,
Okay. All right. Let's go to our phone lines. Let's bring in Edie, or it might be Eddie, I'm not sure, from Wyoming. Welcome to Beyond Reality Radio.
Hello, it's Edie.
Edie, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, Edie.
Well, I had a dream for Cindy. I just had it last night, and I hadn't had a dream in quite a while. Anyhow, I'm walking in the forest, in the summer forest, lots of hardwood, big forest. And I come upon this little glade. The sun is shining into this spot, and there's a golden poster bed with green brocade, bright green brocade, like the same color as the leaves, with gold embroidery, damask. I think it would damask or jacquard with paisleys, like you would see at a Renaissance fair, those kind of prints. And then it had a canopy of the same, except the material, except it was translucent. And then, like, there was horse beats coming in the distance, and then I woke up. And that was about 11 o'clock at night.
And you just had this last night?
Yes.
Wow,
it was just
okay.
a fleeting, it's almost like a vision rather than a dream. But
Right, okay. What do you think, Cindy?
I think that it's a place of rest. Anytime you have beds or places to lay down, it's a place of rest. And I know this, that peace, whenever you have solid peace in the middle of a forest, and you said it was like at the end of the day or sunset or something, or possibly the fall.
Well, it was like sun shining through the branches, through the balcony of the trees.
Yeah, that's actually a really great dream, because it gives you a peace and a place to begin to create. It takes you might be in the trees, you might be surrounded, you might be in a place where, we always think of you can't see the forest for the trees. But in this case, I think that it's a place of creativity being presented for you in a middle of a protected kind of a guarded area. And the sun coming through the trees has to do with some real solid good light coming to you. And light gives us revelation, or gives us the ability to see things we didn't see before. So I think it's a really great dream. And then you said something about horses, or
I could hear the sound of horses, like a bunch of horses, like people were on them, or I think there were people on them coming. They were like over the rise or out of sight, but I could hear the equipment on the horses and the horse feet.
Yeah. Did it make you feel scared or anything?
No, it was a beautiful bed. I was excited, but it just it ended just like that. I didn't stick around to see who the riders were.
Well, I think you're in a time of some creativity. I think you're going to really begin to experience some opportunities to create some things that you haven't done before. I like the horses. I think they're great. They represent power to me, or protection, or and if they're riders, I think it's even greater. It's almost like a free spirit kind of thing,
Depends on which end of the horse you're seeing, right?
Yeah, they're coming towards me.
Okay, so you were seeing the front of the horse. All right. That makes a big difference in my interpretation of the dream. Thank you, Edie. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for calling in from Wyoming there. Let's see. I think we have time for one more before the break. Let's bring in Nina from California. Nina, welcome to the show.
How's it going?
Great.
Good.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, Nina.
Good. Okay, well, Cindy, I got a dream for you. Okay, well, I normally never remember my dreams, but when I do, it's always like a reoccurring one. And it's where I'm in the dark ocean, and it's deep, and I'm like basically a mermaid, and I'm swimming, and then all of a sudden I hear sort of like a growling, and it's always off to my left side, and I stop and I look, and from like sort of like the abyss or a cave or something, there's like a gigantic shark that comes out and tries to lunge at me, and then I wake up, and that's it. And it seems like it takes like the whole night. And
you've had this many times?
Yeah, it's very reoccurring.
Wow,
and it's pretty much the only dream that I normally remember too.
Wow. All right. What do you think, Cindy?
Yeah, it's anytime you are underwater, you have the ability to in your dream be underwater and swim. It tells me something about you. It says that you're able to explore deep things. And even in your exploring of deep things under the water, you said you were like a mermaid or something. And here comes a shark. Here comes something that is a predator. It's something that is definitely, you're in their home. So if you're in the ocean, a shark's coming out. But I also feel like oftentimes I'm going to say that it's kind of like when something's chasing you or coming after you in a dream, what could be a very fearful thing could also be turned around to force you into what you're meant to do. So to keep exploring or to keep looking for the deep things that are hidden, that are below the surface, that you're not, in fact, you're probably a really deep person. You probably really have a lot of, ability to understand things on a deeper level than a lot of people. So where, the normal thing would be, oh, it's a shark, it's going to eat me, or it's going to come after me.
Yeah, I've never really seen it as a shark per se, honestly. It just kind of like symbolizes something.
Yeah, like a big fish or something. But you felt afraid of it. Is that correct?
Yeah, like I need to get away from it.
Yeah. Well, I think that I would say turn and face it. If you have the dream again, turn and face that thing. And just let it know that, hey, I'm going to keep doing this. This is where I'm going. And I'm going to keep swimming. I'm going to keep exploring. I'm not going to give up what I'm on a quest to do just because I'm threatened by something that I don't understand.
And when it eats you and you die, we're sorry.
Yeah, when you don't wake up from that dream. Hey, Nina, thanks so much for calling in. We appreciate it. We're just running out of time before the break here. If you're waiting on hold, please continue to wait. We will take your calls as we can get to them after the break. The telephone number is 844-687-7669, and we certainly welcome you to call. I don't care if you had a dream yesterday or 20 years ago. If you've been curious about it, now's the time to call and chat with Cindy McGill.
Mind-blowing.
Yeah. Well, right now we're talking with Cindy McGill. She's a dream interpreter and an author of a book that's called What Your Dreams Are Telling You. Her website is cindymcgill.org. And Cindy, again, thanks for being with us tonight. We have a bunch of calls to get to, but before we do that, I just wanted to ask a question about dreams in general. Is there a difference between a dream that tells us something about ourselves versus a dream that tells us or foretells something about somebody else?
Yeah, there is. They're a combo. They're a combination, I think, because a dream that tells you something about yourself also gives you information about gifts that you might have on the inside of you. So if you're having a dream about foretelling something or knowing something in the future, then that does tell you something about yourself as well. So, again, there's different people in different phases of their lives. And usually when you're going to have a dream that has to do with, it's a self-revealing dream. It's a dream that just says, I'm in a situation, I'm going through this time. It's going to be pretty self-explanatory. You're going to wake up and go, oh yeah, of course. That's teeth falling out or that kind of thing. We talked about that a little bit on the last show. But then if you're having dreams about something that is a future event or something in the life of a friend or someone like that, it tells you that you have a gift on the inside of you that's working and you see things before they happen. And so, we're the only ones bound in time. There's no time, afterlife. There's just no time in heaven or hell for that matter. So we're the only ones bound by time. So there's oftentimes an opportunity for us to see in the future, to know what's going to happen. And I think as a dream interpreter, I get tons of dreams through the email, and these people don't know each other. And they're getting very similar dreams about future things. So...
All right, so like a dream, JV and I were talking about this not too long ago. I've had a dream. Now, I'll get up on stage with my co-host Steve or whoever in front of 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people at a time. And I've had dreams in the past where I'm up on stage in front of 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people, and I realize that I'm in nothing but my underwear. And but it's one of those things where I just like, well, it's too late now. I'm already here, so I just keep on rolling with it and do what I do. Now, but what does that mean?
That's one of the top 10 dreams. Naked in public. Yeah. It actually is a good dream. It's a self-revealing dream. It tells me something about you.
Yeah, a little too revealing, just so you know, Jay.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's a good dream. A lot of people feel embarrassed when they have a dream like that, but it just means what you see is what you get. It's like I'm not hiding anything. This is just me, and I'm transparent, and I'm real. And as far as I, can be, I'm going to be honest with people. And it doesn't matter if there's 2 people in the room or 5,000.
Okay, so and the fact that I'm perfectly just like whatever, I'm already here,
Yeah.
and this is how I am, so I just keep on.
Yeah.
All right, so there's all right.
All right, so let's go to the
It
phone.
should give you confidence.
Let's go to the phone lines and bring in. This is Sharon from Missouri. Sharon, welcome to Beyond Reality Radio.
Hi. Thanks. I've listened to you all the time, and I never call in, but you had a dream person on there, and I've been having this odd dream, and I was going to go look for some books on how to interpret it, but couldn't quite find any yet. I have this dream, and it's not the same dream, but it's the same situation where I'm out with my family, and I'm walking, and all of a sudden I have a baby in my arms. And I don't know whose baby it is, but I appear to act like it's my baby, and the baby just wants to hold on to me and cuddle me and just not let go of me. And then I always wake up when I try to figure out see the face of the baby. When I almost get a good look at the baby, like maybe I could recognize it, I wake up.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's really similar to the pregnancy dreams and stuff like that.
But
what that means
I don't have any uterus or any of that stuff, so I can't have any kids.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it really isn't. It isn't about a physical thing. It's about you having responsibility over something that's young and growing, whether it be a new job, a new position, a function in a certain society or whatever. And whatever you've been given or is in your arms is young, and you'll be responsible for helping it grow or to nurture this child. And a lot of people have these kinds of dreams. They either feel like they're pregnant or they feel like they've birthed or something's been given to them. Usually in a case where you're holding something that you didn't birth, so to speak, let's say it's a job or it's some sort of a meeting or something that you didn't necessarily plan. Someone else planned it, but you've now been given responsibility, or you're going to be taking care of it. And I also think it tells me something about you, that you are a nurturer. You're someone who really does care about, little children or people that are maybe not able to do for themselves. So all around, it's a good dream. And it also gives you purpose and gives you something to, be able to invest in and to see grow.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Sharon, thank you for the call.
Yeah, and get the...
Go ahead, Cindy. Did you want to add something to that,
No, I
Cindy?
was just going to say, you can get the book. You were looking for a dream book. Get the book, What Your Dreams Are Telling You, and it's on Amazon or it's on my website, cindymcgill.org. And we actually address those kinds of dreams in the book. So
again, thanks for the call, Sharon. If you're looking to call, the number is 844-687-7669. And before we get to another call, I have another question for you, Cindy. Is there a way to control our dreams?
Yeah, I mean, you can. There is lucid dreaming. I'm not a big fan of it. And I know that, in the last dream before this one about the shark, I said, turn and face it. I think with lucid dreaming, people can, control, or they can take action in their dreams. And like I said, turn and face it. I think I like for the dream just to play out. I want to see what the message is going to be. So when you discover that there's a situation, and the lady that had the big, she said she didn't know it was a shark or big fish or something coming after her. I said, turn and face it. You can do that in your daytime hours too. Whatever is coming, whatever is presenting itself to be an obstacle to your destiny, you can turn and face that thing. And you can realize, look, this is something that's trying to hinder me from moving forward. So, people lucid dream all the time. And I just like to maybe champion a little bit that you just kind of let it play out, let it see what the pure message might be. And because we always try and take control over our lives, and we try and guide ourselves. And oftentimes, in doing so, we can complicate our lives even more. So, there's a part of standing back and letting things play out and then applying wisdom to the situation.
Right.
So.
All right. Let's go back to the phone lines. This is Chris. Chris, welcome to Beyond Reality Radio.
Hey, Jason. Hey, JV. How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Great.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Cindy, I had a question. I've realized falling asleep within 10 minutes of falling asleep, I can actually go right into dream state, as they call it, REM sleep. I've been able to wake myself up from a lot of my dreams, realizing I'm dreaming, just wake myself up. And then other things like feeling heat, feeling pain, whether if it's been shot or stabbed or anything like that, like I can feel within my dreams. And I was just curious on what that means, or if it's something that I should be worried of, or what what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think that's you're really paying attention to and giving a lot of freedom for your dream to happen, because you can feel pain. You're real connected with yourself. You're real connected within. I'd probably have to hear a dream from you about being stabbed, being in pain, something like that, to be able to put a real solid interpretation in place for you. But I'm glad that you can fall asleep, go right into REM sleep, and then begin to dream that vividly with having, a connectedness to all the things that go on in your dreams. I would say that write them down and see if there's a pattern involved. If you're being stabbed or you're being shot or you feel pain or these kinds of things, those are usually attacks coming from different places, again, trying to, make you uncomfortable, or hinder you in some way from advancing forward. So, but again, you're really in touch. And a lot of people, we encounter say, I don't remember my dreams, or if I do, I forget them, and that kind of thing. And I think it's a value system. If you value that messages do come at night when you're sleeping, I believe that you'll have even more and get more direction, and you'll get more, it'll begin to reveal to you who you really are. So I like it. I like the fact that you can be that in touch with your dreams.
Thanks for the call, Chris. We appreciate you sharing that with us. Cindy, do you know of any case where somebody has dreamed something, like our last caller talked about being shot or stabbed, and without actually, sleepwalking or doing some self-harm physically to themselves, have actually been harmed by the dream?
I haven't really, I haven't experienced that, except for I have known people have told me of people they knew who were on sleeping meds or that kind of thing. And I know with Ambien or something like that, oftentimes there's warnings on the bottle, like you can sleepwalk or you can actually find yourself in a car, and people found themselves, walking or driving down the street, or I hope not self-harming, but, I haven't experienced that. I'm sure it does. I'm sure that people have done that, or they've, because we're so complex as people, and there's deep-seated situations that have gone on in so many people's lives, all of us. There are coping skills or things that we're trying to do to cope. But I haven't personally heard of, people harming themselves physically in a dream, or like waking up and
having an injury.
I think I've had one person who said they would scratch themselves. I do remember that one. And they would wake up and they would just be like really red, or even possibly bleeding, from some scratching of their stomach. But it's kind of few and far between for me,
Sure.
at least.
Sure. Well, Cindy, once again, we've burned time rather quickly here, and sorry to the rest of the folks on hold. We're just not going to be able to get to those calls. Thank you for coming back on the show. The book is What Your Dreams Are Telling You. The website is cindymcgill.org, and we hope to have you back on the show again sometime.
Well, thank you. I'd love to do it, and enjoyed it. So keep dreaming.
Well, thank you. We'll definitely
and
talk to
don't
you
be worried
again.
about it. Yeah, all right then.
All right, thanks so much. Cindy McGill, again, it's cindymcgill.org. The book is What Your Dreams Are Telling You. We're going to take a break.
Yeah, you'll listen to Jason and JV Beyond Reality Radio. We'll be back after this.